the Georgia Bulldogs.
You are looking live at the End Market Arena here, where today, day 2 of the 28th annual Savannah Hockey Classic. It is going to be a terrific day. It's been a lot of fun. We want to thank everybody for joining us here on Ghost Pirate TV Network, right here on YouTube. We got a matchup today, one we didn't expect, between Florida State and Georgia. Let's get to the starting lineups, and then Sterling and I will get going on the broadcast.
Aboard for this weekend's officiating crew. Introducing the starting lineup for the Georgia Bulldogs. On defense, number 4, Ryan Miller. His defensive partner is number 9, Graham Baird. Forward, number 6, Jordan Sirota. Forward, number 12, Zachary Knoll. Forward, number 17, Wyatt McAvoy. And between the pipes for the Bulldogs, number 1, Andrew Goldstein. The Bulldogs are led by head coach John Kemp. Introducing the starting lineup for the Florida State Seminoles. On defense, number 15, Cooper Pardo. His defensive partner is number 26, Dan Duncan. And forward, number 37, Charlie Lekis. Forward, number 43, James McGovern. Forward, number 71, Eddie Zucker. And between the pipes, number 1, Chase O'Day. These are the Florida State Seminoles.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Louis DePaulo, Sterling Caligeris. How are you, pal?
Fantastic.
What a great day day 1 was here in Savannah. 3 terrific games in the expanded format. Came up with unexpected results. Georgia lost the first time South Carolina. That's why they're here in the early game. Florida State, welcome back to Savannah. They played a terrific game, ended up losing in a shootout to your Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, and they're here, but they played some inspired hockey. This will be an interesting matchup between 2 teams that are not normally going to schedule each other during the regular season.
Yesterday's game was an absolute shootout thriller. Florida State scored 1 goal in the previous weekend, 2 games against Georgia Tech. Got 6 on the board last night. They should be proud of themselves for their performance. Let's see how they do in game number 2.
Couple of quick shout-outs down in the Tampa area to the Barno family and some other friends watching, as you see him right there on the corner. We got Mark Matthews, Ryan Smith on the FSU bench. Camp Todd Miller on the Georgia bench as they dump that puck in, and we got Chase O'Day with the save. He is starting tonight. And then our officials, the Great Eight, we only have 4 this game, obviously. And the Fantastic Four we have out of the Great Eight, we got Greenberg, Flores are the linesmen, Rich Radolinski, and Ross Cromaldi are officials. Take it away, Mr. Sterling.
All right. So we saw an early chance for UGA. Chase O'Day playing in his second game in the last 3 Florida State matchups. Of course, he just played the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets in Atlanta, won 27-for-33 there at the Ice Forum. And on the other side, it's Andrew Goldstein as he freezes the puck on the dump-in right there. We're going to get a face-off ensuing to his right coming up, as it looks like it might be Ryan Chambray to take the draw. No, it'll be James McGovern taking on Spencer Watson. Watson wins that draw cleanly, and clearing it out of the zone is Bill Martin for the UGA Ice Dogs. Banked off the wall, that one played into UGA's offensive zone to be collected by the FSU defenseman in Leo Christensen. At the red line there, they turn it over to Spencer Watson, and it's picked up by Truman Hagen. Of course, brothers with the UGA starting goaltender Isaac Hagen, who was in between the pipes yesterday. Hagen gonna lug this puck, shot off the iron quickly from the left circle. I think it got a piece of the green post. FSU escapes early in this one. Bill Martin crosses the red and now the blue. Gains entry top of the circle. Look to play it down low. Picking it up here is Watson for the Dogs. That was Punzenberger, and now Evan Parente plays it below the goal line for UGA. Now has it on the far side along the half wall. Curls up to the top of the zone. Looking to feed it down low. Instead, it's Jack McGovern for Florida State. And with the step, Luke Collins. Collins trying to drive to the goal. Picked up by Jay Van Ray. Feeds it into the slot, and a kick save made early by Goldstein. Van Ray, of course, the 3-goal hat-trick goal scorer last night. Previous game on the board for FSU, so 4 goals in his last 2 games. See how he's able to follow it up today.
Great play by McGovern on that shot. Georgia, the goaltender leaves the puck. Nobody there. Miscommunication. You wonder if they got a little bit of a hangover left from the game last night. Not a real hangover, Sterling, like the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets are.
Oh.
But this is a golden opportunity for this FSU team, a chance to play a Division II powerhouse, a strong member here in the South for this college hockey division, where they can look at this and say, we lost the tough one last night to Tech, but we're inspired, and if we come out today and give it our all, who knows what can happen. Without any pun intended, it would be a big feather in their cap.
Oh my goodness. It would be quite the weekend for them. Of course, you can't be too upset about a shootout loss, as there's a shot over the left circle. They're starting off strong in this one with 3 shots on goal. UGA looking for their first shot of the matchup themselves, as it's Graham Baird looking to play it into the zone, picked up by Olivier Matiak, and now back with the Dogs, Ryan Miller. He'll slide it across to his partner Baird, looking D to D, banking it off the end wall there. Feeds it up the ice ahead, a bit too far for his man. Chasing after it is Patty Henry.
Arno Clint went to clear that. I think it went off the official Cromaldi.
That was a centering feed out to the blue line there. Matiak trying to dig it free, still in the Dogs' control. Baird at the line, pump fake, little shot into the far corner. Pinching in is Ryan Miller, and back in control with UGA's Ben Pacheco. Around the wall it goes, and to the far side with Miller again. In down low. Ice Dogs doing a nice job cycling here, but now Christensen trying to get it out. UGA remains in that O-zone. Graham Baird with the lane, takes a shot deflected wide. Matiak trying to chop it to safety. Blake Kakish going to pick it up for Florida State. Takes a big hit from Wyatt McAvoy. Now FSU content to slow the play down.
14:49 left. Shots 3-2.
This is a very pivotal shift for UGA as they've got some momentum back for themselves as a result. Here's Sirota playing it below the goal line here. Tight angle shot stopped by O'Day. Back at the line, Miller loads one up. Blocker side and went just wide. Now Baird, left point, banks it off the half wall. Around it's going to go towards McAvoy. Instead, Matiak looking to get it out. Shot from Miller deflected in front. FSU finally able to get the clear.
And they get a line change, a much-needed line change. Now they can get that puck deep.
Much needed, as you mentioned. James McGovern there as F1. UGA trying to break it out with their defenseman Bill Martin. Martin weaving through some Seminoles, and it's picked up by Zachary Knoll, who had a very nice game yesterday against USC.
He did. He was a big factor in that game. That was just a terrific game by the South Carolina Gamecocks, who are going to play the Gators for the Savannah Cup Championship later on today, right here on Ghost Pirates TV, about 5 o'clock.
We can't wait for that one. And for UGA, despite the final score, for those of you who may not have been tuning in yesterday, South Carolina took an early 3-0 lead. That did not stop the Ice Dogs from trying to come back. They were able to cut their deficit to 1 before ultimately John Riggins and the rest of the USC offense took control of the game.
Yeah, they are a terrific group of kids and staff, and we were at the Cancer Hospital yesterday, and take a look at and listen to this.
Too late to get tickets. Go to ghostpirateshockey.com.
So Ghost Pirates Hockey, this Ghost Pirates organization does a lot with the Savannah Children's Hospital, as does University of Georgia every time they're here. And tomorrow, great opportunity to help and honor those kids that are, you know, in a terrible situation. A lot of them UGA fans may be watching now. They were watching yesterday for sure. So if you come out to the Ghost Pirates game, terrific. It's a win-win.
I know that tradition for UGA is an absolutely fantastic and special part of the weekend every single year. So thank you guys for that amazing job. Here's a backdoor feed. Punzenberger blocked in front there by Katz as Florida State works it with Cole Brunoli. He'll flip it to safety, and it's picked up by Hagen as he gets some pressure from Chambray. Will curl back, skate through the center ice logo, and gain entry. Left circle has Punzenberger there. The defenseman is Evan Moore at the blue line. Hagen gets it to Parente now. Looks for a lane shot blocked by Brunoli. And this one is ultimately cleared, and he'll get off the ice.
Approaching 8 minutes here in the first period. Still 0-0. Bit of a shock.
Yeah, I think so for sure. A good start for Florida State. UGA, they responded. There's a feed down low. They've responded nicely to an early FSU 3-0 shot advantage, tying it up at 3 so far. They had the puck in their offensive zone a ton as of late. Florida State looking to do something about that with Luke Collins. He'll gain entry and work it down low towards Van Ray. Chipped off the wall by Dylan Warmath, and picking it up is Robert Talker. Now Warmath will cut it back in the slot. Shot stopped by O'Day. Rebound available there at the line with Tyler Stewart. Working it down low. This is Miles Fusting for the Seminoles. A one-touch feed, and it's Jay Van Ray. Van Ray having some trouble with that puck. Luke Collins looking to play it in front towards Van Ray. Couldn't get a shot away, but looking to feed the point instead. UGA will flip it out.
Goal scorer's opportunity there. He goes to the net, and the puck somehow finds him. Just bounced over his stick.
Always seems to be in the right place at the right time. Of course, with his hat trick yesterday, we saw that a ton. Streaking down the wing, Patty Henry behind the goal line. Now Matiak for Florida State banks it to his partner, and now in control of Christian Aguiar, who had the 1-0 goal for FSU yesterday. Now at the left circle, Brandon Ing in the slot. Right circle shot, stopped and held by O'Day. The puck trickled free, but after the whistle.
So with 10:10 left here in the first period, still 0-0. The ice going to be a little tilted, as you would expect. The Georgia team, very well conditioned, often practices, at least twice, maybe 3 times a week, depending. Florida State, they don't have that opportunity. We talked about that yesterday. If you're a Georgia fan and you don't know much about the program, there's not a roller rink or an ice rink in Tallahassee. They practice in Columbus. Sometimes they'll squeeze one in Jacksonville. But you're talking about 2.5 hours one way for practice. These kids full of heart and passion for Seminole hockey.
And that's absolutely crazy, and it makes everything all the more impressive for them. They did such a great job, especially when you take that into consideration. FSU this weekend starting fast. They put up 3 early yesterday, a feed down low there, and of course they're hanging in there 10 minutes in with the UGA Ice Dogs. At the right circle, there's a shot deflected wide. Brandon Ing down low. They work it to the left point. Baird shot deflected wide of O'Day, picked up by Ethan Katz for Florida State. Katz rims it around the wall, held in the zone momentarily before it pops free as Graham Baird works it to Brandon Ing. He'll cut it back and look for an option. Baird, and now a chance for Pacheco. Up the left wing, a centering feed looking to connect with Miller. Miles Fusting for FSU, and now Jake Wesselhoff. Holding it in is Zachary Knoll, has some space right circle now. Below the goal line, cruises to the near side as they look to set up an option. Miller lets one go, glove side just wide, as UGA looking to center again. Truman Hagen takes that shot, a shoulder save made by Chase O'Day. Ice Dogs continuing another dominant offensive zone shift. Olivier Matiak gets the clear for Florida State.
So the Bulldogs starting to get their legs about them. Once you get going and that adrenaline hits, it's all hockey at that point, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. And this is a little bit of an early game, noon start time for these teams. They're hanging in there as there's a shot and a fantastic save made by O'Day as he was sliding from right to left in the crease.
Oh, boy, O'Day with the save. Yes, you're right. It is early for all of us here at Ghost Pirate TV, but I want to thank you for joining us here as we got our media timeout. Ghost Pirates won a big game last night in South Carolina. 7-game winning streak these Pirates are.
Wow.
They play tonight, and then they play tomorrow at 3 o'clock.
Wow.
Make sure you come out and support the green and black. It's a great time here in Savannah. I hope they don't have the kiss cam on now.
Luckily for Georgia Tech, they're not in the building right now yet.
But, the tournament format, we weren't sure how it was going to work out. We expanded to 6. It was terrific last night. Again, Georgia Tech, Florida State. The most exciting game possibly of all 3. Gators ended up coming from behind to beat Tennessee, and South Carolina looking to get their first Savannah Cup later today. So day 2, we're going to expect the unexpected, because that's what happens when live programming happens, right?
For sure. We've talked about that final game yesterday, but all 3 games were back and forth, high-scoring affairs, absolutely entertaining hockey. We hope for more of the same here today, and thank you all for tuning in to this opening matchup in day number 2. UGA looking for an early strike as they get it, a one-timer from Spencer Watson puts the Dogs up 1-0.
We'll see if we can get the call from our officials. And he, not yet, but we'll get it from Jacob. Regardless, there's the shot and the goal. We were just talking about O'Day, and he is going to have to stand super tall tonight for these Seminoles if they're going to make this a game. And he's been great so far.
He's done a really nice job, but the shot totals are listed as 9-3 in favor of Georgia, and we're only halfway through the first period. That one took a funny hop from below the goal line, popped free in front of the goal, hopped right over the cage. Now FSU gets a clear with Charlie Lackus. Andrew Goldstein thought about coming out of his crease to play that puck.
Bulldog goal! Scored by number 16, Spencer Watson. Assisted by number 15, Dylan Punzenberger. Time of the goal, 11:50 in the first period.
There you go.
So as you heard there, that was Watson with the one-timer finish. Florida State looking to respond with Blake Kakish and now Charlie Lackus. He'll skate through the Ghost Pirates logo and play it in deep, forcing Goldstein to make a play behind his own goal. It's Truman Hagen breaking it out for Georgia, has Watson, the goal scorer now, takes a shot, stick save made by O'Day, and he'll cover up the rebound.
7:04 left here, first period. First goal of the game, Georgia Bulldogs up on top of this Florida State Seminole team. But that man right there between the pipes, looking good on GPTV. He is busy. He is going to need some Gatorade, I'm sure, by the time we're done. That is number 1, Chase O'Day.
Oh, yes. I remember last year in the Savannah Hockey Classic, in the Georgia Tech UGA game, it was quite similar to that. There's a goal from Truman Hagen, Charlie Kerrigan. 2 quick strikes, and Georgia's up 2-0.
Wow. Pressure starting to mount now on Florida State as 2 quick goals. Right out in front, that rebound comes, and he just takes no time and he buries it.
Charlie Kerrigan right out in front. A beautiful finish. Blocker's side puts Georgia up 2-0 quickly in this one. Georgia looking for more. It's James McGovern trying to break it out for FSU. They'll get it ultimately to Cole Brunoli. Let's get the call.
77, Charlie Kerrigan. Assisted by number 11, Robert Tozier. Time of the goal, 12:56 in the first period. That's Kerrigan from Tozier for Georgia.
All right, so as you heard, that was Kerrigan receiving that pass and firing it home. Shots on goal, 11-3 Georgia early in this one.
The assist?
That went to Robert Tozier. At the left point, UGA tries to keep it in. It's Brandon Ng collecting it now as he looks to break into the zone cleanly himself. He'll chip it off the wall and give chase himself. Hops over the stick of Cole Brunoli there, and one back for Georgia by Brandon Ng. At the right circle, he loses it to McGovern, who flips it out towards his brother Jack. Now gaining entry, that's Miller, turning it over to Miles Fusting as he'll reverse course to Vincent Wood. Wood up the right wing, gets that stretch feed. Jack McGovern looking to throw it in front, hopped over the stick of Luke Collins there, as that was a good look for Florida State.
Great opportunity there. They know how to play the game. They just obviously don't get a chance to practice. They're all kids that play travel and junior hockey in different places. But they made the centering pass, just bounced over his stick. Still 2-0 Georgia.
That was a close. Pushing it back the other way is the Ice Dogs, and Patty Henry. Chase O'Day will pass that test.
Chase O'Day, a busy boy today already. He's got 12 shots. We got 5 minutes left here in this first period.
2 goals against, but he's already made some fantastic stops. I was very impressed with the one sliding laterally across the crease we saw early in the first. FSU looking for some goal support with Jay Van Ray. At the goal line, Luke Collins gets it to Jack McGovern. Steps in, takes a shot, deflected wide. Collins picks it up and centers, but no one in particular there, and it's Zach Knoll.
Van Ray and I'm sorry, and Hagen getting to know each other in the corner there, getting a little physical out in front. But obviously, if you're Georgia, you know 31's the guy you want to watch.
Oh, for sure. He is the hot hand for Florida State. You're going to want to try to shut down number 31. As FSU banks it off the glass, it ends up in their own bench. And so a face-off coming right up.
Look at that. Ross Cromaldi on the ice, raising his shoulder, high stick. He got in that scrum last night. There's your replay on the screen there. He got involved in that scrum last night. You're going to see, well, we'll get back to it later. And his shoulder popped out on him. Good to see Ross back on the ice. Eeyore, as he is affectionately known, around the refereeing circle.
That's very nice to see him back out there.
Not that we're calling him a donkey.
Who was? A couple players from both teams. Looks like Wesselhoff, Aguiar, Zucker for FSU. Zucker picks it up. Tight angle shot. Across Katz. His one went wide, blocker side. They'll put it on goal again. Deflected just wide again. And it's Jake Wesselhoff below the goal line. Aguiar's pass broken up by Punzenberger. Has Parente to his left. Gains entry himself. Looks to throw it towards the goal. The pass blocked in front. Georgia still trying to work it to the point. Parente with room in the slot. And now Punzenberger. Kick save Watson the rebound. Didn't get a shot away. And it's James McGovern clearing it to safety for FSU. Goldstein backhands it around the wall, and it's Blake Kakish and now Leo Christensen, but picked up by Spencer Watson. On the backhand, gets it. Evan Parente scores!
Parente comes in, he gets around that Seminole defense, and he just goes low blocker. You see that replay, he's right at the circle, and he takes that shot. 3-0 for the red and black.
No mistake on that shot. An early 3-0 lead for the Dogs after they went down 3-0 themselves yesterday. So flipping the script in day 2.
There you go again with all that math, you computer science major.
Well, for a little more math, it's
goal! Scored by number 3, Evan Parente. Assisted by number 16, Spencer Watson. Time of that goal, 17:23 in the first period.
As I was starting to say, the shots on goal are 15-3 in favor of Georgia. This comes after Florida State had the first 3 of the game, so that would be 15 in a row for UGA as they're looking to continue the offense to end the first. Centering feed picked off there as they were trying to get to Kerrigan. Now Dylan Warmath looking to make a play, but it's Charlie Lackus for FSU.
I want you to know that Sterling came up with those facts without an if-then statement.
Oh, that's true. Not this time. Chasing after it is Vincent Wood. Plays it around the end wall. And this one reverses course. Picked up by Cole Bernoulli. That one skied out of the playing surface.
Cole Bernoulli, scheduled to be our first intermission guest for this Florida State Seminole team. Will be interesting to talk to Bernoulli, a Florida product. Went out and played junior hockey out of state and then came back to get his degree in state and now playing hockey for the Garnet and Gold.
seems to be a very good playmaker for them coming into this weekend. 5 assists and a goal thus far on the season, as he'll backhand it to Ryan Chambray and now Ethan Katz. As there's Graham Baird back on it for UGA, crosses the blue line, has some room, lets it go, and a stick save made by Chase O'Day. Baird at the half wall, works it down low, off the side of the goal there, the chance made in tight by Patty Henry. Another pad stop made there, Brandon Ing will collect as he'll sauce it to the right point. Now Miller, pass broken up by Katz with 30 seconds left in the first. Miller around the wall, and it's going to be picked up by Vincent Wood. Wood will flip it to safety in the direction of James McGovern. Now this is Miller retrieving for the Dogs. One last rush opportunity as Graham Baird looks to stretch the ice towards Jordan Sirota. Now Zachary Knoll in the final 5. Knoll, pass broken up. Luke Collins in on Goldstein. He sailed it just wide on the glove side. And after 20 minutes of play, it will remain 3-0 Georgia.
Boy, can you imagine if that would have went in right at the buzzer?
Would have been a fantastic way to enter the locker room, but UGA's 3-goal lead remains intact.
All right, let's see if we can get Cole here on. Our GPTV people are down there.
Up to date with the Ghost Pirates is with our mobile app. Check out team stats, find the schedule, or buy tickets from your phone. Available now from the App Store, Google Play, or wherever you download apps. Thanks to Publix.
Where shopping is a pleasure.
Yes, this is true. Big supermarket in Florida.
You hold the mic up to your mouth.
And now let's send it down to our intermission interview with Louis DiPaolo.
Hey everybody, I'm here with Florida State star Cole Bernoulli. Cole, welcome to Savannah.
It's truly great to be here. Thank you guys so much for having us back. It's such a treat, and we're so happy to give you guys a great performance. You got to get back on it here at the end of this period.
Well, you had a great game last night, exciting game, thriller, unfortunate loss in a shootout, but you came back today, and your prize for that, you get to play the Georgia Bulldogs.
Yeah, it's a great treat. These guys strayed so hard, so we're very fortunate. Yesterday was a great show, and the boys emptied the whole tank. I think we just got to get that going here now. Great start, but going forward, we got to go lackadaisical at the end.
So you're a Florida kid, you went outside the state to play junior hockey, came back, getting your degree from Tallahassee. What's it like, the pride, the passion of Seminole hockey, knowing that your challenges are that you don't have a rink to play at?
It's definitely a challenge without the rink, but there's no team I've had with a rink like this. We're always thinking of each other, we're doing conditioning each other, we do everything as a team. So it's really cool, we still have that Seminole family bond. Going forward though, the number one plan in our book is to get that hockey rink going and make some Florida State hockey great.
Well, maybe Mark Matthews can help you with that. Cole, thanks for being our guest here on the first intermission. Good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
All right, back to you guys.
All right, fans, it's time for us to play our tic-tac-toe game of the day. Now, here's the deal. Our two contestants, they have to hit a goal. Once they hit a goal, it's their turn to place a cookie on the tic-tac-toe board. Are you guys ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's play tic-tac-toe. There's your first one for the chocolate chip cookie over here. You're getting closer and closer each time. I think I just jinxed it. That's a 2 and 1. Will he get a third one? And that's it. All right, let's go, Sugar Cookie. That's another one. Come on, fans, cheer for him, cheer for him. That's it. It's getting close.
Come on, buddy. You can do it.
Please welcome to the ice, the ViStar Credit Union, Sam Boney. Georgia's own credit union has been helping Georgia residents save money for 90 years. When you bank with Georgia's own, you'll enjoy better rates and fewer fees on checking accounts, credit cards, auto and home loans, and more. You'll also get online and mobile banking, over 100,000 surcharge-free ATMs, financial education, and other resources. Visit georgiasown.org today to see how you can become a member and start saving. Georgia's own credit union. Banking with a purpose. Fans want to see yourself on the video board during the Savannah Hockey Classic, or just show off to your friends that you get to hang out at cool places. Scan the QR code and submit your photos of having fun at End Market Arena. You can also use the hashtag #ReadyTheCannons. welcome to the ice, the Florida State Seminoles. And here come the Georgia Bulldogs.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Day 2, Game 1. The Savannah Classic, the 28th annual Savannah Classic. The only year we missed, COVID.
Ah.
Had no choice. So, what are your thoughts, Mr. K, on the first game?
Well, I thought FSU had a really nice start to this one. They outshot the Ice Dogs 3-0 very quickly on in the first. UGA started to find their legs a bit, and ever since they did, they've had a ton of offensive zone time. We saw 3 goals from Spencer Watson, assisted by Dylan Punzenberger, Charlie Kerrigan from Robert Tosher, and then Evan Parente from Spencer Watson for his second point of the night. FSU with a dangerous chance at the end there with Lou Collins, but he just missed the goal, and so we remain 3-0 Georgia.
Want to thank our GPTV staff putting this production on, and the people downstairs. You know, we'll try to get some of them on the broadcast if we can. I want to thank them. They've done a terrific job here all weekend. It's been a great environment, and we've only got one period down, and we've got plenty of hockey all day. So thanks for joining us here on GPTV.
2 more incredible games scheduled coming up. 2 more periods remain in this one, and the second starts with FSU's possession. Cole Brunoli, the first intermission guest, lost the handle, and it's Wyatt McAvoy trying to get the clear for Georgia. Digging for it is Zachary Knoll, now in front with Chambray, and connects with Brunoli. Puck in the couple players' skates. It's dug free by McAvoy, and he'll skate it to safety. Tried to bank it in, but it was deflected off the skate of Declan Stitt and out.
So we got a souvenir. We got an FSU fan, it looks like, going down there to get the game puck. Someone's going to give it to the youngster. Well, maybe not. They're looking for it.
We'll see if they can find that. Still looking. The play will resume with Declan Stitt and a cross-ice feed towards Cole Brunoli, a bit out of his reach, and so it's Ryan Miller back on it for Georgia.
What a nice kid to talk to during the intermission Brunoli was.
Oh, yeah. He was very nice and had some great responses as well. It's tough, as we've been talking about, not really having a home rink, but FSU showed us yesterday that's not going to stop them from putting out a great performance. They're looking to do the same thing here, try to get the offense going and get on the board for the first time.
Doesn't change your heart.
Correct. Luke Collins' high slot chance turned it near side to Jack McGovern as McAvoy went down there. They looked to connect with the hat-trick goal scorer yesterday, Jay Van Ray, but back the other way will go Graham Baird. Connects with Sirota, cuts to the slot, gets poked by Stitt. Now a chance for Watson, and he sailed it just over the goal of O'Day. Collins connecting with Van Ray, now back with Vincent Wood, has Declan Stitt to his left. Tapping it forwards was Jay Van Ray, and now it's Jack McGovern leaving it with him. Van Ray down the left side, below the goal line here, was looking for Collins. The pass a bit behind him, and it goes all the way back into their own defensive end. This is Ethan Katz looking to break it out for the Seminoles. Kicked forward by Collins as Jack McGovern will make a line change. It's back with the Ice Dogs' Evan Parente. Swings it across to Dylan Punzenberger here. As Punzenberger will slow it down and hit up his defenseman in Bill Martin. Luke Collins with some good pressure. Look to get it to Wesselhoft. A nice deke from Punzenberger as he'll enter the zone with it. Behind the net, takes a hit from Ethan Katz there. Punzenberger still staying with that puck. Parente tries to scoop it up and does. Off the wall, gets it to the line. A cross-ice feed towards Truman Hagen. On goal and a stick save made. Parente collects the rebound, and now it's Watson along the half wall taking a hit from Van Ray. Wesselhoff tries to get a clear. Punzenberger at the goal line. Here's Martin, swings it to his defenseman. Hagen to Parente as his shot went just wide. It's still in control of the Dogs. Martin, top of the zone, Hagen around the wall, and it's Evan Parente at the far corner. Looking to backhand it towards Spencer Watson. As he goes down, Van Ray tries to chip it out. A little turnover here, and it's Katz ultimately going to bring it to safety. His pass gets picked off as UGA enters just offside.
Katz telegraphed that pass, read perfectly by the Georgia forward, intercepted that. Fortunate for Florida State, that was an offside, so that would have been another odd man rush coming in.
We talked about the fast start that FSU had, but UGA has had a couple of really nice shifts where they've been able to spend a lot of time cycling the puck, testing O'Day. There was another one right there. FSU looking to respond with Jake Wesselhoff and now Christian Aguiar. Aguiar down the near wing, will reverse to the far side here. It's going to be played the other way, and it looks like a special team situation coming up as a cross-check called on Dylan Warmath, I believe.
First penalty of the game coming up. It's going to be a Seminole power play. As much domination as this Georgia Bulldogs team has shown, this is a golden opportunity for the Garnet and Gold to get into this game, down 3-0.
100%, and actually that's Tyler Stewart getting called for the cross-check. As you just mentioned, they got the first 3 shots of the night, have not tested Goldstein since then, but they're up 5-on-4. Here we go. Big opportunity for the Seminoles. They win the draw with Jay Van Ray. It's Jack McGovern sliding it across. Ryan Chambray. His pass gets poked out of the zone by Evan Parente. So FSU forced to regroup. The pass a bit out of the reach of Luke Collins. And so Miller able to get another clear early on the penalty for Georgia.
21, Tyler Stewart. 2 minutes for cross-checking. Florida State is on a 2-minute power play.
So there's the call. Tyler Stewart with the cross-check. FSU starting the power play rush with Jack McGovern. He perhaps has a lane. Good poke by the defenseman again. There's just 1:15 seconds remaining on the FSU power play as they're looking to set up shop. Van Ray lost the handle. It's picked up by Miller and cleared down the length of the sheet, forcing O'Day to make a play as there's some pressure from Evan Parente. He'll cut it to his backhand, and it's Cole Brunoli turning it over. Shorthanded bid, Parente on O'Day, and O'Day stays with him. That puck in his 5-hole, but does not cross the goal line.
Let's try that a third time. Brunoli right there after the turnover to help his goaltender out. Don't sit on this penalty kill for the Georgia Bulldogs.
Sirota scores!
Right on time.
Right on schedule. Jordan Sirota, the shorthanded snipe, makes it 4-0 Ice Dogs.
Tough break for this Florida State team as they had an opportunity to cut into that 3-goal lead, and now they're down 4 as Sirota comes in and just snipes that one high glove side. Here's your replay. Take a look. Just goes right up over the shoulder. Beautiful play. Kudos to the officials who were right there as that puck came in and went right back out just as fast.
We saw a couple of tight angle goals in Georgia's game yesterday.
Scored by number 6, Jordan Sirota. That goal was unassisted. Time of the goal, 5:33 in the second period. That's Sirota unassisted for Georgia.
So Jordan Sirota, the unassisted shorthanded goal, beating O'Day over that left shoulder. It was a big opportunity for Florida State to get on the board, but Georgia had a couple nice shorthanded looks. They're hungry for more with Hagen. Cross ice and a pad stop made right there. A great opportunity for Robert Toscher. Now at the right point, Martin gets it. Hagen shot blocked in front as it pops free to Martin. Lets it go, deflected on the way. Maybe O'Day got a piece of it, or it ended up just wide. Georgia tries keeping it in the zone as Charlie Kerrigan looked to put it back on net, but it was deemed offside.
It was deemed offsides? Are you questioning the officials?
I am not.
I will. They're bringing us lunch at some point. I'll let them know. Just bring one. If you see the replay and that shot up from up top. Don't you just love looking down at that End Market Arena with the Ghost Pirate logo in the center?
It's such a nice logo.
Yeah, it just wakes you up. It makes you excited and ready to play hockey just sitting here looking at it.
It's a fantastic building here at End Market Arena. Definitely you got to come check it out if you haven't been able to make the trip in person. What a setting for the Savannah Hockey Classic, which is on day number 2, halfway through game number 1. 4 on the weekend. Florida State up Georgia up 4-0 on Florida State. They're looking for their 5th. A backhand off the side of the post there. A good look from Patty Henry. At the left point, it's Truman Hagen. Slides it across to Bill Martin. Looking to pick it up here is Patty Henry again. Now Martin's backhand turned over to Leo Christensen. Christensen trying to weave through the Georgia Ice Dogs. He draws a slash on the drive.
So before we get to that Goosehead Insurance commercial, we have a slash on the arms, says Ross Cromaldi, who doesn't have his microphone on. What a slacker.
Looks like that's Brandon Ing to the box. Again, Florida State up 5-on-4. No shots on goal on their first power play, but we'll see what they're able to do here on this one. So we're waiting on Spencer Watson heading to the bench. Now it's 5-on-4, and we can proceed with the FSU power play. Warmath's clearing attempt held in at the line there by the defenseman Cooper Barno. And it's Jay Van Ray at the line, getting it back to Barno. A centering feed, Zucker to Van Ray. Didn't get a shot away, but wins that puck back for FSU. Top of the zone, Van Ray looking for an option. Plays it in the high slot, now near flank. Here's a tight angle shot. Opportunity there from James McGovern as the Seminoles still playing with that puck in the offensive zone. McGovern shot deflected as Barno was looking to win it back. He eventually does. Momentarily turned it over to Parente. Now Tyler Stewart looks to get a clear, and he does.
Barno, the middle child from a Tampa family that has his older brother went to Florida, played hockey, now working in Boston. His younger sister at UF playing club volleyball. And here's Barno playing hockey for Florida State. That middle child thing, right? There's always one in the family, Cooper.
A nice family of student athletes. He's quarterbacking this power play for FSU. Now James McGovern twisted around the wall, looks for Ryan Chambray. Georgia able to get another clear with just about 30 seconds left on the penalty.
If your computer science math is right, Georgia has run off 21 straight shots.
Yes, I believe that's the case. Pretty sure it was 3-0 FSU early in the first, as that entry is offside, and so a neutral zone faceoff coming right up.
Offside, says our official. 10:29 left here, second period. Halfway through game number 1. We got a big day here for you. Tennessee, Georgia Tech coming up next. 2 men's Division II teams. And then the granddaddy of them all, the Florida Gators taking on South Carolina for the Savannah Cup.
And of course, as we talked about yesterday, it's South Carolina's first appearance here in Savannah. Brunoli's shot deflected just wide from Chambray. Fresh out of the box is Brandon Ing as we skate 5 aside.
Brandon was making a beeline to the bench across the blue line, and they made a long stretch pass, and I don't think he saw it. It went right behind him.
It was close. It almost worked out. But yeah, he looked like he wanted to get on the bench fresh out of the box.
Hold
Face
on.
off. Yep.
We got to listen to some Kiss.
Oh, yes. Face off coming up to the left of Andrew Goldstein here. It's going to be, looks like Zachary Knoll for Georgia and Johnny Russenberger for FSU. Won by Georgia, Zach Knoll, as he tries to bring it to safety. It's Charlie Lackus for the Seminoles. Georgia digs that puck free, and they look to break it out here with Zach Knoll. Off a skate, and it's Brandon Ing. Looks to backhand it into the zone. That's Miller, gloved down by Matiak, as he has some trouble with Knoll. Wyatt McAvoy keeps it in the zone, and he brings it into the near side. Miles Fusting slaps it around the wall, held in at the line, and sliding it across to Jordan Sirota. Sirota looking for Martin's one-timer. Instead, plays a near side with Knoll. Eventually finds Martin. Now Sirota's shot sticked and deflected into the protective netting.
Up and into the netting. 9:07 left. We should have our media timeout right now, and we do. All right,
on,
we'll be
too.
back. Oh, we got the Kiss Cam going. Wait, we can't cut. We got to stay live with the GPTV Kiss Cam. Let's see who they come up with. Wow. Oh, Elliot. What is going on? What a nut job. That is our audio engineer. So I guess they must be friends or co-workers, because that's not happening. Nobody there. Come on. Smooch. Finally. Whoa. Hold on now. Still a PG show here. There you go. Go back to Elliot. I want to see if he's doing that again. Wow. Another aggressive mom there. Awesome, awesome job, GPTV. Elliot. Audio engineer. Crazy man over there. 2 booths. Thank God he's 2 booths away from us.
Well, that was an entertaining way to spend the media timeout. We resume with 9 minutes to go in the middle frame, as it's going to be Dan Duncan for Florida State, and now for FSU, Nate Haley, or excuse me, UGA. It's Tyler Stewart in deep, looks for a centering feed. That one tried to connect with Haley, but he was unable to get the shot away. UGA, another penalty coming up. They say a tripping call.
Yeah, Rich Radolinski with the call. Easy call there. Haley going to the box.
Looks like it's the 3rd power play of the period. You see the trip right there.
Great job, GPTV. You know what? That was close to being a kneeing.
Close to what?
Being a kneeing.
Oh,
Knee on
okay.
knee. The officials right there make the call. We have another Seminole power play.
Think 3rd of the period. They did a bit better on their most recent one. Let's see what they could do. Van Ray shot blocked in front. Parente tries to spring a shorthanded bid from Jordan Sirota. Or excuse me, tight angle shot for Spencer Watson that was. Fended off by Chase O'Day. Now Parente in the slot drags it to the backhand. Doesn't get the shot off. Content to just kill some time. And it's Truman Hagen to Bill Martin. Around the boards it goes. Parente picks it up on the far side, and the Georgia fans happy their team doing exceptionally well killing this penalty off. O'Day gonna leave it to Jack McGovern. That was a bit of a dangerous play, as there's a hand pass from McGovern to Collins.
Eeyore with the call. I will tell you this, Parente, 2 big penalty kills in a row for Coach Camp and this Georgia Bulldogs team. As you see him come in, they misplay it, miscommunication there. And Parente there dives. That's why he's got a letter on his sweater. And they call a hand pass. Grimaldi doesn't know we're on time constraints here.
I think on that play for the goaltender O'Day, usually you don't want to freeze the puck on the man advantage, but Parente came streaking, and like you said, little bit of a miscommunication forces the whistle in Georgia's offensive zone. Still 46 seconds left on the FSU power play, as there's yet another clear for Georgia. Looks like there's a high stick behind the play on Jay Van Ray. And so that will negate the FSU power play just like that. 39 seconds of 4-on-4 time coming up here. The face-off in FSU's defensive zone to the right of Chase O'Day. Eddie Zucker taking the draw against Dylan Punzenberger. Zucker wins it cleanly, and it's Declan Stitt on his backhand connecting with Zucker, who flings it down the ice. I think he thought that the penalty kill was underway, but we're skating for a side, and so that's going to be an icing. As such, the draw coming back into the FSU defensive zone, this time to the left of Chase O'Day. Punzenberger against Zucker once again.
As such, can you start a sentence with a prepositional phrase?
Good question.
You
Here
got to
at-
look it up there, don't you, math
I
man?
do. Now, I should note at Georgia Tech, there is no English major. So, we'll have to review that one.
All right, back to live action.
Parente swings it to the blue line. Truman Hagen across. It's Bill Martin. Fresh out of the box is Nate Haley. 5-on-4 power play with 1:15 left for Georgia. Parente below the goal line. Gets it to the far flank with Punzenberger. Looking to load up Spencer Watson. And now back down low, Parente. Tight angle feed, they score! Spencer Watson, the power play goal, extends Georgia's lead to 5.
What a beautiful play. Patience, persistence, and precision. Right there, the Georgia power play makes this 5-0.
That will be the second of the game for Spencer Watson, who also has an assist on the Parente 3-0 goal. So he's making himself known here in Savannah. We'll get the call coming up in a bit. Shots on goal 23-5 in favor of the Ice Dogs with 6 minutes left in the second.
A goal! Scored by number 16, Spencer Watson. Assisted by number 3, Evan Parente. Time of that goal, 13:47 in the second period.
So we saw in the first period Parente from Watson. This time the roles have been reversed. 5-0 Georgia. FSU trying to respond as they look to break it out with Dan Duncan. Has Jack McGovern to his left, Luke Collins ahead. Instead, it's Ryan Miller back on it for the Dogs. Matejek for FSU connects with Jay Van Ray, and now Luke Collins look to get it back to Van Ray. Collins picks it up, has some room in the slot, fended off by Andrew Goldstein there. Nice shoulder save for the Georgia netminder. They'll drop it off. Graham there to Watson, right out in front. Enough of that one. Got in by O'Day. Enough to blow the play dead.
I think the referee may have lost sight of that puck because it was clearly in play. It scored it free over here. Nice save by the FSU goaltender. Look at that, the item of the game. Did you see that?
I think I missed it. Was it the
Davey.
Zamboni plush?
It was Davey, the mascot.
Oh, okay. I guess I just missed that one. 5-0 with 4:48 left in the second period. Nate Haley trying to keep it in. Brunoli trying to get it out. That's Dylan Warmath to Kerrigan. Pad stop made by Chase O'Day. On the near side, it's Haley sliding it across from Stewart to Warmath. Haley right in the slot, lets a shot go, and it's blocked by Wood. Now Dylan Warmath looking down low, was trying to connect with his man in Robert Tosher. Now flipped out of the zone by Vincent Wood. Dylan Warmath will pick it up for the Dogs and look to regroup from behind his own net. Skating with this puck is Tyler Stewart, and flipped into the zone by Charlie Kerrigan. This is Ethan Katz, puck in his skates. It pops free and Kerrigan scores. I think O'Day lost sight of that one. Kerrigan able to sneak it by his skate to make it 6-0.
Yeah, the puck comes right out in front. Kerrigan may have been thinking the puck's going, or O'Day may have been thinking the puck's going to the other side. You saw his head turn to the right. Kerrigan, Johnny on the spot. 6-0.
What a way to bounce back from the 6-3 loss yesterday. Of course, this one's not over yet, but 6-0 with 3:48 left in the middle frame. Georgia feeling good about their game.
That goal was unassisted. Time of that goal,
So
16:03 in the second period.
the Kerrigan goal unassisted. Nice heads-up play by him, noticing O'Day was looking around to the other side, able to sneak it in on this near side, and it's 6-0 as a result. Georgia still looking for more with Brandon Ing. He'll cruise to the far side now and dish the line. They'll get it back to Ing there from Ben Pacheco. They'll reverse course and swing it back to Ing. That's Cooper Barno below his own goal line. Wesselhoff tries to get a clear. Martin slides it across. Hagen's shot and a kick save made by Chase O'Day. Barno backhands it to safety. Eddie Zucker with wheels, trying to get that free puck. A good stick lift on Bill Martin. Ultimately, Martin's able to collect it and get it to Hagen. Now far side, they'll skate it themselves with Zach Nolan. Now right back with Hagen. Crosses the red, gets it into the O-zone, and he'll retrieve it himself. Hagen with some pressure from, that's Declan Stitt. Knowles' backhand pass connects with Martin. Top of the zone, it's Sirota. Getting it back to Martin, thought about a shot, left it with Nolan, now Hagen again. They look to connect with Martin down low. Gets there eventually, his pass into the slot. Went a bit too far and it gets out of the zone. Sirota will pick it up here at the Ghost Pirates logo. Top of the circle, shot deflected out of play as Matejek got a piece of that one.
We are at 2 minutes and 2 seconds left here in the second period. 6-0 Bulldogs. Kind of what we expected.
I think so. I think yesterday's performance from FSU is totally unexpected. Amazing performance yesterday. Of course, that was the late game last night. It finished around midnight, and so a very quick turnaround for the Seminoles team. Georgia capitalizing on a bit of rest. They lead it 6-0 with 1:40 left in the second. Wyatt McAvoy backhands it ahead, and it's still in Punzenberger corralling it here. Punzenberger lost the puck there to Declan Stitt. Now Johnny Russenberger, but back with McAvoy, and now Watson. Drags it to his backhand, forehand quick shot. Went just wide, picked up on the far side by Graham Baird. He'll reverse it down low towards Punzenberger. They get it at the left point. Quick shot deflected wide from McAvoy as he changed the trajectory of that puck from glove to blocker side. Russenberger now Stitt will clear the zone. It goes all the way down. This one is deemed icing on Florida State.
There you go again. Challenging the officials.
That was an interesting one because it slowed up right by the goal line, but I agree with the officials. Icing is called.
Deemed icing. It's on tape forever.
Oh my goodness. My apologies. Face off to the left of O'Day. Blake Kakis trying to get it out. It's Jordan Sirota on that far circle. Looks to get it to the right point with Miller. Miller to Parente down low. A centering feed poked out of the zone by Charlie Lackus, and it's back with Ryan Miller. Banks it off the wall in front of his own bench as Zach Knoll tries to drag it to safety. Could be a chance for Florida State, and Charlie Lackus drags it to the backhand, looking to center. It's Ryan Miller back on it for the Dogs as they'll clear it all the way down. Icing called on UGA. 21 seconds left in the middle frame. Shots on goal 28-6 in favor of Georgia. This face-off coming back in their defensive zone to the left of Andrew Goldstein. Jay Van Ray to take this draw against Zachary Knoll of UGA. 50-50 puck here, and FSU will dig it free. Here's Luke Collins below the goal line. It's Van Ray. Pops free to the right circle. Collins was looking for a shot. Goldstein gives him a little shove. And it's Zachary Knoll in the final 5, leaving it off to Miller, and thus will conclude the second period. 6-0 University of Georgia leading the Florida State Seminoles.
Well, we got 16 minutes up on the board. We'll have our promotional second period, and then we'll get the ZAM, and we will have a third period coming up here for you momentarily. Again, want to thank everybody here for joining us on the YouTube Ghost Pirates TV channel and the staff here. They've been great. They've been a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Everyone's done such a great job here. You know, amazing production here in Savannah by the Ghost Pirates TV team. Looks like we're going to have an interview coming up.
Looks like Charlie Kerrigan is coming on.
So Charlie Kerrigan, the most recent goal scorer for UGA, also had one back in the first.
All right. Charlie coming out.
And now let's send it over for our intermission interview with Louis DiPaolo.
Hey, everybody. I'm here with University of Georgia's Charlie Kerrigan. Charlie, how are you?
Not too bad, are you?
Good. Tough game yesterday. You never know what to expect coming into Savannah, but always a great time and a great place to play. I said it was a tough game yesterday, but always fun, always a great place to play here in Savannah.
Yeah, you know, I've had a lot of fun here. We're just trying to bounce back today, get some good habits going, get pucks in deep.
Well, you've got a great game here, 6-0. You're able to work on what you want to work on. Obviously, different position today than what you were thinking, what you were hoping for. But how did you guys regroup? What did Coach Campy say to you in the locker room before today's game?
Yeah, he just stressed having good habits, doing the right thing, you know, not turning it into a men's league game, and really playing a team game here.
Well, anybody you want to say hi to watching at home?
Hi to my grandmother, Patricia Kerrigan.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Charlie, for being a part of it, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
All right, fans, it is time for today's Minute to Win It Puck Stack presented by Goosehead Insurance. Now, ladies, you only have 1 minute. You have to stack all of these hockey pucks together. They can't fall. If they fall, start all over again. You guys ready? All right, let's start 3, 2, 1, let's go. Slow and steady, guys. You still got 48 seconds. Oh, is it happening? Oh, congratulations! Thanks for playing our Minute to Win It Puck Stack, brought to you by Goosehead Insurance.
And welcome to the ice, the ViStar Credit Union, Zamboni!
Let's start off with our first item. All right, Wonder Bread at 305. Is that higher or lower than 305? Lower. She's going to say lower. And that is correct. All right, 1 of 3. Next up, we have Sargento Street Cheese Snacks at 609. Higher or lower? Higher. She says higher. It is lower. Okay, one
We want to thank our friends at Sunbelt Rentals, a proud sponsor of this year's Hockey Classic.
Welcome to the future home of the Savannah Ghost Pirates, the Ice Cove and Port Wentworth Amphitheater. Watch as this state-of-the-art training and recreational facility takes shape in Anchor Park, a new 150-acre sports and entertainment complex being built in Port Wentworth. With 2 ice rinks, dining, and community spaces, the venue will be open to the public year-round. Thanks to the expert craftsmanship and leadership of Meyer Nation Construction, this project is building momentum and bringing new energy to Port Wentworth. Ghost Pirates Country, get ready. Your new home base is almost here.
Fans, we're having so much fun at the Savannah Hockey Classic. Why not show your friends? Scan the QR code to show us your photos around End Market Arena. You can also post your photos using the hashtag #ReadyTheCannons, and we'll put your photo on the video board. Welcome to the ice, the Florida State Seminoles. Welcome to the ice, the Georgia Bulldogs.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We have a 6-0 game. Want to thank our second intermission guest, Charlie Kerrigan. Always good when you see a player thank his grandmother.
Yes, absolutely.
Take a look at the video board for highlights.
All right, here's the highlights, Sterling. See a couple of pad saves. We were talking about in the other booth about O'Day and how busy he's been back there, and you see all these shots on top of him.
Yep, 28 shots on goal already through 2 periods for Georgia.
The first 3 shots of the game went to Florida State, and it's been all, did you see Kerrigan get that goal at the end? It's been all University of Georgia after that.
We saw some goals in that second period from Jordan Sirota, unassisted, followed up by Spencer Watson from Evan Parente, and then, as you just saw, the unassisted marker for Charlie Kerrigan. His second of the night. Spencer Watson with 2 goals already and an assist. So a couple big-time players for UGA showing up here in Savannah. Third period underway as Zach Knoll wins that opening draw. It's Ryan Miller getting it to Sirota to start the third. Sirota gonna curl back in his own slot, looks for someone available, drops it off to Zachary Knoll as he'll curl back behind the net of Andrew Goldstein. He'll leave it with Baird. That puck, interestingly, was just kind of immobilized there. Good bat down from Chambray looking to connect with James McGovern. You could see that spot right outside of the trapezoid is causing some issues when the puck is there. Picked off for Cole Brunoli, shot blocked by Graham Baird, and another save made by Andrew Goldstein. Now this is Sirota with wheels, has Evan Parente to his left, gets it to him, and a huge save made. What a stop there. My goodness, O'Day.
2-on-1 O'Day just playing terrific, doing all he can do to keep his team somewhat close.
Absolutely, 29 shots on goal there. Look at this replay. Unbelievable feed to Parente. O'Day aggressively comes out, makes the pad stop, keeps it 6-0 here early in the third. It's Parente by the goal line, gonna cut it back here. Looks towards Truman Hagen, stays with it, has some room in the slot. Gets it to the far circle. Punzenberger's feed deflected out of the zone, and chasing after it is Truman Hagen. Gonna break it out from behind his own net. Skates with it left wing himself. Has Punzenberger there with McAvoy. And an opportunity for Luke Collins if he gets to it, but a good back check from Bill Martin. Truman Hagen from his own circle up the ice, and a nice deke by Spencer Watson. Again, 2 goals scored already in this game. That zone entry's said to be onside. I think FSU thought it was off, but ultimately it's played into neutral ice and back in control of the Dogs. A backhand feed to Dylan Punzenberger here. Battling for that puck was Olivier Matiak, and it's Miles Fusting collecting for the Seminoles. Now, Cole Brunoli will hit up Jay Van Ray. The backhand clearing attempt to Eddie Zucker will connect with Fusting. Fusting, little bit of space. A beautiful deke to the backhand, doesn't get a shot away. The centering feed doesn't connect with Zucker. Van Ray will keep it in. Spins it around the wall, applying the pressure is Zucker here, as Martin's going to win that puck back to Spencer Watson, but a good pinch from Miles Fusting. Held into the zone by Christian Aguiar, and now played by Bill Martin behind his own net. Will connect with Wyatt McAvoy, a bit too far for Watson, and so it's Fusting as the Ice Dogs are able to get a couple fresh bodies. That's Charlie Kerrigan, another 2-goal scorer for Georgia thus far, and this one back in control with Robert Tosher. It's Dylan Warmath here for Georgia. Will hit up Nate Haley, who gets it all the way in deep. That's Vincent Wood spinning it towards his option, and it's Jake Wesselhoff off the boards, forcing Goldstein to make a play. He'll backhand it towards Kerrigan here, as there's some good pressure from Leo Christensen. Cooper Barno takes a shot, blocked in front as Aguiar was trying to collect the rebound. Turned over to Barno as he'll get it further in deep, looking for Christensen. Christensen 1-on-4 as the Seminoles get some fresh bodies on. Blake Kakish joins to try to win it back. He's going to pick up this puck. Instead, it's Tyler Stewart breaking it out to Warmath, cleared to safety. 5 minutes just about gone in the third period. 6-0 Georgia. 29-7 your shots on goal. Here's a little misplay from Baird, and it's Blake Kakish takes a shot, and I think Goldstein might have got a piece of that one as it was going wide. A good look for Florida State's number 7. Now Graham Baird looks to enter the zone, but his man Patty Henry was in the offensive zone, so they're forced to touch up. It's Cooper Barno trying to get it out. Little drag to his backhand, looking to avoid the forechecker Henry. Bangs it off the apron of the goal. A centering feed and a big stop there. If O'Day got a piece of it, UGA still in control. They'll drop it below the goal line towards Patty Henry. Brandon Ing digging for that puck. A big hit there. 3 players for FSU. They'll win that puck, and it's going to be collected by Blake Kakish, who's content to just get it in deep.
Physicality picking up, a lot of stuff going on behind the play.
Good poke from Kakish there. But as you were just saying, and we saw in the far corner in the UGA offensive zone a couple big hits. This game getting a bit more physical here in this third. Graham Baird trying to work around James McGovern. Tap forwards there by Pacheco. Looking to beat out the icing was Patty Henry, but he is unable to, and so the face-off coming in the Georgia defensive zone.
Just about 6 minutes left here in this third period, but the physicality picked up, and that's because of the heart and determination of this Florida State Seminole team. They will not quit. They know they're outmanned. They know there's different resources, but you know what? They're hockey players, and you never quit when you're a hockey player. Great exhibition here by the Seminoles.
Absolutely. Of course, it's their return to Savannah for the first time since 2023, so they're making the most of the opportunity. James McGovern looking to get his team on the board, drops it off Chambray's shot wide of the goal. Glove side on Goldstein. As Georgia was looking for more, Chambray will get it back, and it's James McGovern, but now Evan Parente for the Dogs. Parente with a bit of speed, weaves through a couple Seminoles, lugs it himself down the left wing, cuts to the net, the rebound in front O'Day. That one through his 5-hole through the crease, but not on goal, and FSU escapes intact.
O'Day lost the stick. He's doing everything he can to stop that puck from going in. Terrific exhibition. Here's your replay. Look at this. Parente cuts to the net. Big save. Second one again. Lost the stick. And back to live action.
He has been really solid between the pipes. Georgia with 31 shots on goal here with 12:55 left in the third. They're looking to add to that score with Zach Knoll, but FSU was looking for the home run pass to Jack McGovern, turned over to Sirota. There's a shot and a nice reactionary pad stop made by O'Day. It ends up on the near side with Sirota as Hagen backs up, enables Luke Collins to make a play down his right wing. Takes a hit from Hagen there in the near corner. Hagen looks to break it out. Jay Van Ray on that near half wall. Spencer Watson around to Bill Martin as Martin looks for the cross ice feed.
You know, for a team that doesn't get to practice much, they don't mind hitting, and they still haven't forgotten how to check. Another big save by O'Day on Parente.
What a look there to connect with Parente on the far side. Yeah, as you were saying, FSU playing very physically here in this third. Make it the 33rd shot on goal thanks to Evan Parente. Watson looked to load one up. Didn't get the shot away, and it's Punzenberger. This one banked off the stick or skate of Cole Brunoli into neutral ice, and Georgia just playing catch in their own defensive zone. Looking to break it out here is Dylan Warmath. Was looking for Truman Hagen, ends up with Wyatt McAvoy. He'll drop it off to Hagen as he'll enter the zone cleanly on the near side to the high slot, a feed. Punzenberger, he scores! Dylan Punzenberger with the rip from the right circle over the glove of O'Day makes it a 7-0 game.
Punzenberger with that goal. Again, the Georgia Bulldogs in control, maintain composure. You heard Kerrigan say that Coach Camp said, look, let's go out and play our game. Nobody wants to develop bad habits, and they look like they are playing their game.
Absolutely. It's the 34th shot on goal. They've put up 7 on the board. Fantastic way to bounce back after a tough loss yesterday. 7-0 halfway through the third.
Oh. Scored by number 15, Dylan Punzenberger. Assisted by number 16, Spencer Watson, and number 27, Truman Hagen. Time of the goal, 8:36 in the third period.
Thank you, Jacob.
So we resume with 11 minutes left in the third. That one is Robert Tosher putting it in the zone as Eddie Zucker will bank it towards Blake Kakish. Kakish, some pressure from Kerrigan. They'll put it back on goal from the right point there. It's picked up by Tosher as he's surveying and dropping it below the goal line. Nate Haley looking to bank it towards Kerrigan. Starting the counterattack is Eddie Zucker, but a nice poke check by Tosher to break that attempt up. Florida State looking for something on the offensive side. Taking a spill there was Tosher, but it's back with Charlie Kerrigan. Centers it, and it's off the stick of Chase O'Day. FSU back the other way with Leo Christensen. Christensen, far wing, trying to work around Tyler Stewart here. Stewart will collect as he'll look to break it out. Weaves through a few Seminoles, has an option to his left, and Patty Henry connects with him, and a blocker save made by Chase O'Day. FSU looking to clear the zone here with Johnny Russenberger at the left point. That's Miller. A battle at that left point. Looks like it's going to be won by Florida State, but an icing coming up on the Noles.
9:32 left here, third period. All Georgia Bulldogs. Game 1, day 2. Coming up next, the Tennessee Volunteers and the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. My man's not alma mater yet. You're still Yellow Jacket. You're still buzzing around.
Well, I have my bachelor's.
From GT.
Yeah.
Ah, all right. You are alum. You're still mooching on your parents, though. They text me. They said, listen, thanks for working with him, but he needs to get off our payroll.
Oh, my goodness. Last semester at Tech. Last semester.
Now that's a Christmas present for your parents.
Oh, well, the Jackets taking on the Volunteers coming up. For those of you who were not sure of the history behind those two teams, last season Tennessee hosted the Jackets in Knoxville. A couple great games as FSU is looking to get some offense going. Tennessee with the game-winning goal in the first matchup, just under 2 minutes left, and in game number 2, Tennessee took it in overtime with 1 second remaining. They broke the hearts of the Yellow Jackets, sweeping that weekend series. So we'll see what happens here in Savannah. The last time the two teams played here at Enmarket Arena, Tennessee took it 7-3. But we still got half the third here in this one. Big opportunity for a deflection from Chambray. And it's Jordan Sirota giving chase for the Ice Dogs. Looking to work around Stitt, but a nice poke check made there, as Stitt will leave it with James McGovern. Here's a home run pass towards Ryan Chambray. He'll get to it first. Truman Hagen looking to win it back for Georgia as Luke Collins joins the battle. Chambray thought he had that puck, but instead the battle is re-engaged. Two players from both teams. It's Knoll and Hagen for Georgia, with McGovern and Collins for FSU. Mattiak cannot hold the zone, and so it's Zachary Knoll 3-on-1 for the Ice Dogs. Knoll gets it across Sirota to Knoll. What a play, what a goal! Evan Parente finishes off the tic-tac-toe, and it's 8-0 Georgia.
Boy, no chance at all for O'Day as they move that puck so well, tape to tape. Nobody missed anything, and Parente buries it.
Evan Parente with his second of the night, or I guess day. He also has an assist on a Spencer Watson goal, so his third of the matchup. 8-0 Georgia as they're out shooting the Seminoles 35-10, just under 8 minutes left in the third. Centering feed towards Sirota doesn't connect as we get the call here.
Evan Parente. Assisted by number 12, Zachary Knoll, and number 6, Jordan Sirota. Time of the goal, 12:09 in the third period. That's Parente for Knoll
Well,
and
Andrew
Sirota.
Goldstein just made a nice blocker save, punching out an attempt from Van Ray, I believe. Parente's going to drop it off. Sirota with room off the crossbar, and it stays out as they were looking for number 9. Enters the neutral zone here, and it's Truman Hagen sliding it across Bill Martin. Will put it in deep, wrap it around the wall. Parente trying to get there for Georgia, and it will be Dylan Warmath. Will connect with Jordan Sirota, looking to work around Luke Collins, crossing the red line, now the blue, as he'll cut to the left circle. We'll work it back here, a feed to the high slot, but no one there for Georgia, and it's back with Christian Aguiar. Aguiar working around Warmath behind the goal line here. To the left point, Vincent Wood, and now Jay Van Ray. Again, a hat-trick goal scorer here yesterday. Van Ray's shot stopped by Goldstein. A nice save for number 1.
All right, we'll have our media timeout. We'll be back with the final 6 minutes and 21 seconds.
Ask all our service members in attendance with us to please stand and be recognized for your dedication to our country and local Savannah communities. Let's hear it once again for all our service members in attendance with us this afternoon.
Well, we're back here in the third period. A quick shot there stopped by Andrew Goldstein. UGA leading Florida State 8-0. Seminoles looking to break through here. A battle at that left point. It's Vincent Wood off the glass. Eddie Zucker in deep was looking to center. Instead, banks off that apron of the net. Vincent Wood connecting with Jake Wesselhoff. And now Eddie Zucker on the near side. A backhand saucer feed to the line. Barno shot deflected there by Aguiar, a bit wide. And it's Wyatt McAvoy content to get a clear. Looking to be played back in the zone by Ethan Katz. It's D-to-D with Warmath and Stewart. Stewart goes down, back in control of Spencer Watson. Backhanded into the zone by Dylan Punzenberger. And now Vincent Wood on it for the Noles. His pass a bit too hard for Wesselhoff to collect. And so it's Nate Haley to McAvoy as he taps it forwards to Watson. Takes a shot. O'Day got a piece of that one with his stick, preventing the hat-trick attempt. McAvoy and a chest save made by O'Day. He gobbles it up and holds on with 5:15 left in the third. 38-13, the shots on goal here in favor of the Ice Dogs. Tap for Georgia to respond in day number 2 here in Savannah. They look like they're not done yet as they're trying for their 9th. It's Nate Haley to the right point with Miller. A deflection by Tosher there. One back for Florida State, banked off the wall. Georgia right back in control with Charlie Kerrigan. Kerrigan, little deke there, and it's Russenberger back on it for the Seminoles. Ryan Miller for the Dogs slides it across to Graham Baird. Look to flip it towards the net. The puck in the equipment of Dan Duncan, and a nice left pad save made by O'Day, followed up by a deflection just wide. Below the goal line there, it's Charlie Lackus picking it up for FSU. Russenberger there, and it's Kerrigan loading up a shot and a right pad save made by O'Day. This one flipped out of play over the glass. Face-off coming up in the FSU defensive end. Thank you all so much for tuning in here for game number 1 here in Savannah. Lewis, we have a comment in the YouTube chat saying we mentioned several times that FSU doesn't get to practice much. The claim is that they never get to practice, and this school year, the only one they got was yesterday for 40 minutes.
Hey, thanks for staying with us in that chat. That's great information. Again, love the program. And Mark Matthews, I've known forever. I knew Mark 25 years ago when he was a part-time Zam driver in Orlando.
Oh, wow.
Before he moved up there. But terrific job. Love the kids. Love the heart. Can't say go Noles. It just doesn't sound right coming out of me. But love the program.
Yes. We wish them the best of luck with the rest of their 25-26 campaign. Georgia looking to close this one out with some more offense here in the offensive zone. They swing it around the wall. I think the players, and I'm not even sure where that puck was, but it ended up in the far corner, and it's cleared to safety. Back in control of the Dogs with Ryan Miller. Miller enters the zone himself, ends up below the goal line, centers it right out in front. Evan Parente's shot blocked in front. A great look for the Georgia captain as he's on hat-trick watch as well. Truman Hagen behind the net of Andrew Goldstein. Banks it off the wall, looking to connect with Parente. He got a piece of that one, and it's Miles Fusting back on it for the Noles. Laying a hit there was James McGovern, and back with Fusting below his own goal line, looking to make an outlet pass to Ryan Chambray, and now that's Truman Hagen. At the goal line, Zach Knoll looking to set up shop. Evan Parente digging it free. Parente centering feed, that was Tyler Stewart, or excuse me, that was Patty Henry taking that shot. and a pad save made by O'Day. Tight angle shot off the side of the goal. Henry's going to pick up the rebound and reverse course. Opportunity for Parente. Gets it. Bill Martin slaps one just wide, and Zach Knoll picks it right back up. Knoll, there's a shot. O'Day gets a piece of that one, and it's Martin at the right point. Another great shift for UGA. Martin to the goal line, looking to center that one off the stick of James McGovern, deflected out of play for the FSU alternate captain.
5 still scheduled for 2:30, and our championship game is between Florida and South Carolina. That's wrapping up our Savannah Hockey Classic weekend in just a little bit.
Fantastic.
Yeah, he said that yesterday, and we didn't get out of here until midnight.
The games yesterday a little bit delayed. Tech FSU scheduled 8:30 game wrapped up just before midnight, but it was a great game and a great time, so that's all right. FSU trying to get one goal here with a minute 20 left in regulation. Evan Parente lost the handle.
Regulation?
Why? Here's an opportunity. Jack McGovern, he scores! There it is, FSU on the board. Jack McGovern ends the Goldstein shutout bid and makes it 8-1.
All right, for all the Seminole fans, we'll play this. Good for them.
Well done, Jack
1
McGovern,
minute remaining in the
right
period.
on cue.
1 minute remaining.
Final minute of the third period. And it's still in Warmath below the goal line.
Oh. Scored by number 25, Jack McGovern. Assisted by number 2, Luke Collins. Time of the goal, 18:55 in the third period. That's McGovern's from Collins for Florida State.
All right, as you just heard, McGovern with the goal, Luke Collins with the assist for Jack McGovern. It's his 5th of the season for his 8th point. At least that's heading into this weekend. And Georgia's gonna kill the final 10 seconds of this one. Tyler Stewart into his own defensive end. The University of Georgia Ice Dogs collect an 8-1 victory over the Florida State Seminoles.
Well, it was a great weekend to have Florida State back. They have a lot to build on. Again, they played a tremendous game this last night against your Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Ended up in the short end of a shootout, but the heart, the hustle, you gotta love it. It starts with the bench with Ryan and Mark out there. The kids have the heart in them. You can never change that, right?
Absolutely. You gotta feel for them. That was such an incredible game yesterday. They fell just short. You know, that's a game where both teams did enough to win. Unfortunately, they fell in the shootout. But a performance they should definitely be proud of.
And for the Georgia Bulldogs, not the finish they were looking for. They were hoping to be playing in the championship game today to extend their lead on Savannah Cups, but that will not happen, as the Gators have an opportunity to pull closer and South Carolina has a chance to get there first. For these Georgia Bulldogs, if you're a Bulldog fan, they got 3 games next weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all afternoon games. It's all matinees in the Athens Arena, the new barn. So, are we doing a player interview again? But make sure you get out and see them.
Looks like Spencer Watson's lined up for an interview. I think we had Charlie Kerrigan.
Oh,
Maybe not. There's a few players hanging around. We'll find out.
And now, fans, tonight's 3 stars of the game. Our first star from Georgia, number 1, Andrew Goldstein.
Andrew Goldstein picking up a 13 for 14 performance for the 8-1 victory. Nice little day between the pipes.
Our second star from Georgia, number 77, Charlie Kerrigan.
Kerrigan, the second intermission interview guest, earned himself 2
And our
goals
first
on
star
the game.
from Georgia, number 16, Spencer Watson.
Nice call there, and it's Spencer Watson also with 2 goals.
These are
Picked up
your
2 assists
3
in the game as well.
stars of the game.
Well, that's gonna just about wrap up this one. UGA taking down Florida State 8-1 here in game